genocide. See the pain in my people's eyes. Still my culture, deny my pride.
Holding on to this pain, and I keep holding on to the memory.
Then it's got to go. Oh. If it ain't you, don't even talk about it. If it ain't you, don't even speak about it. If it ain't real, don't even talk about it. Nah.
Mojo's. Gotta give a shout out to some sponsors. Man on the left,
Crooked Ass Clothing, Royals Chicken and Burgers.
look them up on Instagram under Royals CMB or follow them on Facebook, Royals Chicken and Burgers. Crooked Ass Clothing is also on Facebook, or hit the man up himself, Adam Crook. Benny Bajar just dropped Survivor LP. Anywhere that has good music will have this album. Go
Make
look
some
for
noise
it
for that
and find
fucking
it.
piece of music.
Alright, another very exciting battle. I'm gonna let the man on my right introduce himself first.
G'day, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Greeley. Tasmania all day, shout outs to Wymurda, rest in peace to Mandel and rest in peace to Hunter, let's go!
Down on my left, introduce yourself.
Yo, it's Unan, DFAFD, big up everyone back home, don't flop, big up Gentleman's Fees, big up Mary Jane UK, big up Fremantle for having me, man, make some fucking noise, man!
Let's hold it down for this battle. Round one on you now, let's go.
Now I'm in Australia. Woo! Make some noise. Yeah! I came through the rap. I didn't come here to talk about boomerangs, didgeridoos, and kangaroos and that. Who am I kidding? Your mum's a fat kangaroo that plays a didgeridoo, you twat. And as for a boomerang, you don't even want to know what she can do with that. Now, when I confirmed this battle, bro, I immediately hit up Anecdote and left him my answer phone like, yo, I know you know MMA. I need you to teach me moves for this Greeley dude, and when he eventually hit, I need you to teach me moves for this Greeley dude, and when he eventually hit me back, he said, okay. So I flew out a week early, and he taught me this sweet 1-2. The way the punch connects, beautiful. It'll leave a cheek removed, but it kicks ugly like Yeezy Boost. Now you feeling yourself, cause you got a little bit of fame from battling some bigger names, but the hits you gained, only a reflection of the hits they made. This is where it goes past extreme sport. This is the same level as the Olympic Games, and you're trying to surf through a whirlpool cause you're still riding 360s wave. So you just friends with all the fellas that are setting up the events, shotting merch from all the venues. And that's beneficial to yourself, because you're after virtual success too. But every rapper you try to eat off, I watch virtually end you. What I'm saying is the right clicks while you had cursor on the menu. Now I'm British. I didn't come here waving an American flag, so don't expect me to rap about the weapons I have. But it's hunting season, so picture me dead in a stag sticking his head on a plaque. All that animated aggression, yo, you definitely Taz. But if he's the Tasmanian devil, then I'm Yosemite Sam. Something big stash, because obviously, us Brits have such big gats. If I let it off, I feel my own wig splat. One time, the shit smacked me in the front tooth and now it's cracked. I was standing there with whiplash and my wrist snap, rubbing my lip gash, like I don't know why I did that. Slick swag and I mixed that with bars, boss. I don't palm Glocks, but every shot hitting him, I give a fuck where we are, what? I do him like back when Bojangles was Mark's spot. That chopper will leave him walking like Neville Bartos. Yo, I go for the body if he don't get to the money. Catch him while he practice, he get left in the study. I'm emptying out the contents of you, buddy. Using your own pen to spill your guts, now your appendix is bloody. I'll smash your face in, so back away with that shit while you acting mad abrasive. I seen you getting in rappers' faces and quite frankly, I don't like that behavior. So it's on sight, soon as my first punch gets you. Knock you out quicker than Australia in every World Cup ever. Yo, hold your breath for the win, and they'll find your burst lungs next to the murder weapon. I was cursed with this burning temper. I exert blood pressure. I could fucking turn up enough to turn the weather. They saw the trouble coming from overseas. There's a storm forming, and he weren't ready to get wet up. You should have forewarned him. Now I'll get ugly with a blade like a war-torn swordsman. This type of heat drain the fat off of grills like a George Foreman.
Alright, so he's talking about boomerangs. Cunt, that is not some shit we condone. And then he started talking about didgeridoos. Well, how about you didgeridoo? World news flash. Hey, world news flash. Tommy Villas has got a missus. One of those horrid chicks that never take a proper pic because they're not the slimmest. The day that she got your digits, it must have been a tick off her wish list. Like the shit was her Christmas, because not only is she a battle fan and it's been a while since she copped the dick and got the business, but I heard that this cunt bakes her 3 cakes a day and doesn't complain when she makes them mop the kitchen and then wash the dishes. Tommy Villas, I know for a fucking fact you're not as vicious. All this I'm a monstrosity shit is just a poxy gimmick that you want to mimic. You spent years in your bedroom jotting lyrics, practicing acting like a monster with it to still come across as a pommy kid that lost his shit because his dad was locked in prison and still didn't want the visit. You know how I knew that Tommy Villas was a dickhead? Because even if he wasn't British, he'd still spend most of his days complaining while digesting chocolate biscuits while he watches cricket. This dodgy prick is not prolific. You think he got the shit to cross the distance? Then you could disappear out here in the desert with no cops to witness like Chopper's mistress. I didn't even want to bother boxing with this pompous midget. I'm just being honest with it. Doesn't matter how good you are at dropping writtens about lots of wizards and non-specific mythical creatures and quantum physics, everybody still sees you as an obnoxious pillock, just a gronk from Plymouth that lost his image because he can't keep his mouth shut every time he's drinking shots of scotch that's mixed with pots of Guinness. Is there anyone here that actually thinks this cunt is raw? Yeah. That's what I fucking thought.
A lot of them.
A lot of them. Mate, this ugly dwarf don't want to come to war. I'm a fucking juggernaut in a thunderstorm. One punch will force and crush your jaw and shut this poor cunt up for sure. I don't give a fuck at all. If you keep on talking tough some more, we'll send you back to London or leave you dead like Dumbledore. If anyone thinks this cunt could brawl, I'll set this fucker up to fall. Then I'll give his mum a call just to tell the junkie whore that she can find his stumpy corpse hiding in the Nullarbor. And he kept going on about guns. You're about to get wrecked, cunt. You want to talk about the Uzis or whatever you're banging, cunt, you should get fucked. You come to Fremantle, mate, you better step up. Cunt, there ain't been guns in Australia since Martin Bryant was set up. Real talk. Make some noise.
No, this is real. This is real shit. Shit goes way beyond the battle in legacy.
Yeah.
Andrew's my enemy. I have so much hate for Andrew, I barely have any left in me. And it ain't just because he's a two-faced dog cunt that'd stab any one of his mates in the back if it meant that he had some necessities. It's because I added him on Facebook years ago and the cunt still hasn't accepted me. And you know what? That shit affected me. Real talk. My girl was like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "Well, why won't Andrew be friends with me?" She said, maybe he hasn't seen the request. I said, I know he fucking has, because I downloaded this app you can get for free that lets you... Either way, I want answers, Andy. I said, I know he has, because I downloaded this app you can get for free that lets you see. Either way, I want answers, Andy, because it's starting to actually get to me. Dear Andy. I just want to be your pal. Let's go house on a bag and get bladdered after. That's cool, I don't shake hands with Salamanca wankers. Represent Salamanca wankers or average battle rappers. And fam, I heard you banging grams of that Montana. And that's really the reason you shed all that fat from your flabby stature. I have to ask you, Andrea. How do you cope? Living in Australia, under a mountain of snow, selling your busted pussy for bashed ounces of coke. I don't know if you've been rapping at beauty pageants, but I heard you like to powder your nose. Nostril suction. Till it's fucking with your body function. Your snot got some lumps in. That China will eventually have him feeling handicapped like Dwayne Johnson and Steve Austin jumped him. This big bitch will be dead and the way he hit rock bottom stunned him. All that fucking raw in you still ain't got no substance. I'm a monster that you should not have fucked with. You're softer than the teething powder you cut with your coke. But you buzz off it though. Makes you feel like you're Al fucking Capone. But you're not... But you ain't a baller boy. You ain't got nothing. You're broke. You can't spit fresh with a sniff session stuck in your throat. Last I heard, you were sleeping on Cortex's couch because you needed somewhere to go, digging through his ashtray, looking for something to smoke. So now I'm smoking you, and you're the butt of the joke. Remember when you dog 60?
Yep.
Extended your limits. Yeah? Yeah. Tried to slyly swipe the W. He rapped for like half as long and still said twice as much as you. Then you battled Manners, a blind guy. And even he gets nicer fucking views. But you ought to switch places with him because you've lost sight of what you do. Look, before we go any further, there's a question I've got to ask, player. Am I gonna understand your raps or am I gonna need a translator? Greeley! Yeah, can you hear me? Each of your teeth are like 3.5 acres. Your orthodontist is also a landscaper. You look like you're gonna use your teeth to build a raft later. And when you do, you can fucking sail back to Tasmania.
Oh, Greeley.
So he said I've got teeth about as big as 3 acres, yeah? Well, I'm about to spit it fresh, cunt. My teeth might be big, but yours are overlapping like a fucking picket fence. Hey, he comes from Plymouth, a place that's apparently racist. He's always going on about how he hates it and he wants to break free and escape it. When you started complaining, mate, you exposed yourself as a fake bitch. Instead of running away and trying to escape it, why don't you embrace it and use the platform that you built for yourself to do something to try and change it? Do you know what's worse than the fact that everybody in Plymouth is proper racist? The fact that everybody in England actually likes watching Neighbours. I mean, like, honestly, what the fuck is up with English cunts and watching Neighbours? I can't remember a time in my life when I was watching Neighbours that wasn't painless. I mean, I couldn't give a fuck about Sue from Neighbours' anus or the fact that she gets naked or sometimes at night she likes to fucking defecate some raisins. But hey, you're always getting caught in the grudge. Fuck, it makes me laugh a bit. He's always running back and forth trying to figure out whose ass to kiss and then you're getting stomped for it and I'm sure it's you who starts the shit. I haven't seen you do a rap battle without getting bashed before or after it. But congratulations, Tommy. Mate, you've earned respect from afar. He's fucking climbed the ladder. He climbed through every step that was hard, and now you're a top-tier battle rapper that's known around the world for spitting a million forgettable bars, but the sad truth of it is, Thomas, that you can't make any music that reflects who you are. But everybody give it up for Unan's brand new relationship. Go on, give it up. I give it 2 weeks before you hate the bitch. I understand that you're a lonely fuckhead and you needed a new place to live, and I think that it's great that this dickhead has found a date to build a life and try and make it with, but the fact you need to face is this. Every time I see him do a battle, he talks about the other opponent's wife as if he's going to take the chick to a random abandoned basement so he can rape the bitch and tape a vid. But now you've got your own girl. Well, this fake has switched and changed a bit, so today I brought some of your own medicine, Thomas, and it's time for you to taste the shit. Mate, he's been telling everybody he's found himself the perfect little princess, right? Well, I hope on that drive home from dropping you off at the airport, that little princess died. I understand you got a girl so you can better your life, and I understand all the attention is nice when you've always considered yourself the intelligent type that spent all his time perfecting his rhymes, but I can tell from the other side of the world that girl is a sket in disguise. While you're here in Western Australia trying to get credit for penning your lines, she's back in England giving head to a guy while she's getting fucked with a flute like the shit was American Pie. I'm not here to take anything away from you or your pathetic little irrelevant wife, so go back to England and brag and battles about how you can have sex whenever you like until that fucking stupid bitch gets pregnant and ruins the rest of your life.
Don't make some noise, hold it down, because for saying that shit, I will fucking punch your face in, yeah? You are a fucking disgrace, you have an ugly face, bitch, and just to throw it in Neighbours is fucking amazing. Yo, it's Greeley, I'm fucking repping sick, everything I said is irrelevant, and now we can turn the tables and I give you a taste of your own medicine.
Let's go.
Yeah. Now, fuck Greeley. I want to talk to Andrew a second. Back in the day, you were smashing it, brethren, but you never made no lasting impression. Cause see, rappers like me, we graft for perfection. Recognize that it's survival of the fittest, natural selection. You lack the progression to adapt to this setting. You're still trapped in their methods, seeing how many words you can cram in a sentence, adding aggression, and spitting a million multi-syllabics per second, and the fans only react because you said the pattern in a rapid succession, and you think that that shit's impressive. But no, that shit's pathetic. Like the videos which you have on the net, which have you addressing leaving rap for your ex-bitch. Some slapper that slept with half of your friends list, so you got mad about it and made a track about your friend's dick. It was all about his dick. Her vagina is a cesspit filled with your friend's spit. Yeah. It's a cesspit filled with your friend's spit. She jumped teams because your buck teeth gave her a cleft lip. I can just picture it now. Them two watching Netflix. And her slapping your hand off her leg while you ask if she's texting. But when she jams with your friend, it barely gets past the cast of directors and the bitch is climaxing before the first piece of action is ended. I heard your sister can beatbox. She's a beast. Because when you were younger, you taught her a lesson or two. You used to reward her in dick every time particular instrumentals improved. So your sister can beatbox and Tasmania's incestuous too? So I bet no one can beat her box better than you. Now on that same track you said about your bitch leaving you and all that shit, you said she used to hit you. And you know what, real talk, I think that that's pretty fucked up, my dude. Because if it was the other way around and you hit her, that shit would cover the news. So you know what, no, I don't think it's okay just because you're a male that you should suffer abuse. I think it's fucked up your girl's got harder punches than you. And between me and you, I also heard your sister sleeps with a dude that used to teach her in school. Ugh. She's a blatant F. She gave him head, let him do anal sex, and still got graded F. Fuck that. Yo, she was given head in college. She didn't put an apple on his desk, but popped her cherry on it. And you know what? All that shit you were saying about my missus, how can you diss someone for having sex with women? Because you don't look like you get any. Your teeth are very smelly. In fact, let's freestyle for a second. If he opens his mouth wide enough, I'll get a viral infection. When you smile, it's aggressive. See what I mean? I can see the Tasmanian devil inside of you, brethren. That's good. Yeah, you need an exorcist to get it out of you. Even if we was on the same plane, you wouldn't reach this altitude. Yeah. You cut through him like fly paper. They knew that I was connected in high places when they seen that my flight came in. So fuck that, I smashed the guy's face in. I got contacts in Australia like Hobson since he migrated.
I'll give him some props for that B-box line. That shit was sort of epic, but to be honest, it was twice as dope when fucking Cortex said it. Straight up. I'm about to attack this prick. I don't need a fucking large hammer to crack your lid. You don't know shit about my life or my ex, you little faggot bitch. Yeah, I might have got beaten by mine, but you fucking bashed your bitch. You fucking woman bashing cunt. It's in the news, search it up. Plymouth local fucking headlines. Straight up. But hey, I'm not here to give a fuck about you, Thomas. I'm here to pay respects to the traditional owners of this land, and there's something that I need to say. I pay respects to the elders of the past and the present, and the survivors that are here today. Let's do a history lesson. 1788. That fatal date that England had made their way with Captain Cook across the Indian Ocean and came to stay. They fucking brought disease and addiction with them, and on the day they changed their fate, they started a prison in Tassie, but it was the settlers that invaded, mate. Because back in England, the population in prison was high. If you stole a loaf of bread or stole an unsavoury pie, you'd fucking get chucked on a ship for a ride. You would end up, a couple months later, the ship would arrive. I mean, most of the prisoners didn't survive. Many weren't even considered alive, and if they did, they had a hate for this place because they've been sitting inside of a jail cell with failed health, thinking about their family and the day they had to kiss them goodbye. The fucking English never really believed in the unity. No need for a mutiny. They'd rather see it as purity. They gave guns to the farmers with direct orders to make the natives leave the community. They gave you fucking license to kill Aboriginals, and if you did it, you'd be given legal immunity. Just push them off a cliff and they will get off quick without even reading the eulogy. This is some of the shit. This is some of the shit the English did to the Aboriginal people, passing orders from the church to pastorise the land so they could build a cathedral. They tried to turn them into Christians. If they didn't, they'd take their kids and then convince them it's legal, all based on the theories of an old white scientist that never really ever considered them equal. You can't try to wipe out an entire race. Guess what, fuckface? You didn't finish it properly. This idiot is copping a flogging for the legacy of death that was left by the English monarchy. You want to come to Australia? You better embrace your nation's history and try and live with some honesty, because if that cunt Kevin Rudd was saying sorry, then where the fuck is this dickhead's apology? Oi, so here's the revolution. They got me here to clear up the confusion. This is for the years of devolution from your nation that made the natives fear from your intrusion, because you tried to bring the indigenous near to their execution. They tried to commit genocide. Cunt, right here is a retribution. Fuck Unanimous, the Queen, the Commonwealth, and Charles Darwin's theories of evolution. And to be honest, I don't give a fuck about you, Thomas. There's some real shit and we're not going to let it slide. I don't give a fuck about winning no rap battle, prepping or whatever. We just want you to recognise you fucking English dogs.